What's up everybody, it's Fate here, and today we're finally taking a look at chapter 65 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. So I've been waiting a long time to see this chapter being released, and it's been really hyped up for me, and a lot of people are talking about it in the Dragon Ball community because it's kind of a, I don't know how to call it, but maybe controversial kind of chapter because of all the stuff that happens in it and the writing of Toyotaro. So yeah, let's take a look at the chapter without further ado. So, the chapter starts with Krillin looking from afar onto the battlefield where Goku and Moro are fighting. "Goku's mopping the floor with him," says Krillin. And we see Goku standing there where Moro is trapped under the rock. "I guess he doesn't need any sense beans after all." So then we see Goku breaking the rock that Moro is under, making sure that Moro can escape from the rock. "Stand up, Moro," Goku says. But we see Moro actually standing up from the rock that he was crushed under by Goku himself. And then he says, Where did you go?" And then we see him actually standing next to Krillin to snag the senzu beans and give one to Moro later on. So, "Who's that? I'll take the senzu beans." "How do you?" So of course he's way too fast for Krillin to follow. So he's back on the battlefield straight over Moro. "I'll spare you if you agree to go back to Galactic Prison and promise not to break out ever again." We see Moro actually being surprised. "Yes, of course. I swear it. You'll have no more trouble for me." And then he gives him the senzu bean. "And what might this be?" But why?" says Krillin. "Eating that will instantly restore your stamina. Eat it. Then Jaco will escort you back to prison." Then Jaco is completely shocked, of course, because we all know that this is a stupid decision, right? Jaco says, "Say what?" Even Moro is a little surprised, and he eats it without further questioning what Goku is trying to say, right? And then we see Krillin looking down and say, "Oh, come on, you sure about this, Goku?" And then Moro actually feels the power of the senzu bean, and his powers are completely restored, with his arm actually being again intact. "Amazing. Far superior to even 7-3's healing ability." You didn't have to heal him, heal the scumbag," says Jaco. "And now, you'll keep your promise." "But I'm afraid I'm not going naturally. I'm grateful, Son Goku. But I'm afraid I'm not going anywhere, at least not until you die by my hand." Just like we are used to, and with every villain that Goku seems to spare, they retaliate. So we see Moro actually going for the attack on Goku, but Goku focuses his energy, and we see the scene where Moro actually breaks his hand, or at least a part of his forearm, simply by punching Goku, which is a great indicator of how strong Goku really is. So in the next page we see Beerus and Whis talking. "When Ultra Instinct is honed to this extent, the body will automatically grow sturdier than necessary. Why is that idiot messing around like this? I told him to finish the job." "You're just a sneaky coward." So Goku is really overconfident in this one. It's a strange sight for Goku. Like, it's a different kind of Goku. First off, he is the Goku that we all know and love. The Goku who is sympathizing with his enemy, and then he is the cocky one, the one that's actually mocking his opponent because the strength difference is so big. "At your current strength, you could never hope to defeat me. Have you ever trained?" "I have not, obviously. You might have wound up even stronger if you just trained instead of eating plants and stealing lives." "Silence," says Moro. "Training is a crutch for the weak." "That's a real shame, because I never came across anyone as tough as you," says Goku while he's on his knees, back in his regular form, that is. "If you were a decent guy, I'd love to fight again after you'd gone through some training." And he's basically just mocking Moro. "Hey Goku, he just went back on his word, yeah? Stop expecting some magical change of heart. And for the love of all that's good, just finish him already." "I know I will, but let me talk to him a little longer." So this is typical Goku. A lot of people get annoyed by how Goku is in this chapter, and that he's ridiculously stupid in this chapter, but I think Goku has always been this way. Like, it's not stupid, it's just how Goku is. He doesn't just want to relentlessly kill his opponent. He wasn't giving him a fair shot. a fair chance, just like he does with everyone, a villain or a good guy. It doesn't matter to him. He gets a good fight out of it, he wants a good fight, and he wants his enemies to become good. Like he did to Piccolo, right? So we see Goku looking down on Moro. To think that I would be brought down by a tribe that emerged only a few million years ago. Moro, you'll never enjoy freedom again. Let me ask you this one last time. Will you come quietly and go back to prison or not? And we see his hand. This is the first glimpse of the hand that we actually see that Mirrors cut off, and also Moro got a glimpse of it. Which is it? I need an answer. Moro looks at Goku. I will never return to the galactic prison. In fact, I will continue to consume planet as I please. Okay, you leave me no choice, because I promised Mirrors I'd protect this galaxy. And Goku goes back into Ultra Instinct again, confirming to us that he can actually go in and out of Ultra Instinct when he's in full control of it. Mirrors, who really was that galactic patrol agent? He says while he's looking at the hand. A teacher of mine. He taught me how to do this. Intriguing. I suppose that means he could use a technique as well. Yeah, he's just asking because he knows he can actually regain that arm back and gain Mirrors' power, right? He looks back at the and then we see a little flashback of when Moro was actually trying to copy his abilities, but he actually cut off that arm. So the abilities that the hand actually, or the crystal in the hand actually copied, are now useless because he cut off his hand, right? We saw that a few chapters ago. So now he's looking at the hand and he thinks by himself, that's the hand that I copied Mirrors' abilities with. So he says, that's it! And he makes the hand traverse back towards him. Huh? Goku is a little shocked. So the body moves on instinct, does it? I'd love to try that. Then he pops the hand back on. What's all this now? And he feels the power of Mirrors completely going through his veins. Yes, here it comes, just as I imagined. Goku, was it a hand that one Mirror sliced off? Then we see Moro going through his transformation with the fur on his back, and I think there's extra fur on his legs. Yes, there's some extra fur on his legs as well. So in my opinion, this new transformation actually looks pretty cool. Like the hair effects make him a little bit cooler. It's not a massive change in form, but enough to make him a cool character. Now, I always loved the character design of Moro, even when he was still a goat kind of character, but I like this design way better. And except for the instead of the goat form. So we see Mirrors in the crystal on his head. That whelp's abilities are now mine. Goku still looks only a little bit confused, or a little bit like agitated. Care to explain, Whis? It would appear that Mirrors' powers were copied before he ceased to exist. That dope can't stick a landing for his life. We're done for, says Krillin. Are you kidding? This is why I told you to finish him off. And then Moro, straightforward, goes towards the attack against Goku, actually punching him from quite far away, just showing off his actual new power. Prepare yourself, Son Goku. And Goku is concentrating even more and taking on his epic battle stance right here that we all know and love. And they go into a stare down before they go back and throw down. So we see them both flying towards each other, both with their own determination. Here we see Goku and we see Whis. Oh, this is where Whis actually teleports them back towards him, because he knows if these two clash, there's going to be an extreme energy breakout and they will need protection, otherwise they will be caught in the blast and they won't make it at all. So here we see Goku and Moro actually clashing fists with the crater that's been left behind after they clash. So much appreciated, Whis. Of course, says Whis, because he actually saved their asses, right? So that's the aftermath of the blow. See the massive crater. Follow me, he says to Moro, and Moro just wary of scarring the planet, are you? And he follows along, but not just without just going along with Goku's plan. So it seems like he goes towards him, tries to attack him, but Goku is not surprised and he blocks it up without too much problems. And he punches him again, and Moro is now on the blocking side, and they're now going into full force. He laughs, says Moro. Incredibly fascinating how my body moves now. So it's basically the powers of mirrors that are running through his veins now, and he's not understanding because it's completely new now. But it seems like Goku is still a lot faster than Moro is, and he keeps flying him towards a new location. A contest of speed, useless. Our abilities are evenly matched now. Here we see a part of his speed, and we see them flying around the earth to compare their speeds toward each other. And this is the first we see Goku actually surprised. Moro seems to get the upper hand in speed and kicks Goku into the ground. I also have my magic, which gives me a leg up. You think so? Then try a little harder. How are you still so calm? I want you quaking in fear. That's just how Ultra Instinct is. He's always calm. That's the whole premise of Ultra Instinct. Staying calm to yourself, making your body move without thinking about it, and being pure, right? So another fight goes on between Goku and Moro, and it seems like Goku has the upper hand. Pointless. My body becomes tougher to compensate, all on its own. No. Now we first see Moro's hand or arm becoming incredibly big towards the rest of his body. But it doesn't seem to have much effect, because Goku is still having the upper hand in speed and in strength. Now he hits him in the back, and it seemingly hurts a lot. And we see a sort of a hole. It makes me think of Majin Buu a little bit. If you know Majin Buu, you can see why it is a little bit resemblance of that. We see Moro getting extremely big because of the powers that he absorbed from mirrors. It's no use. And we see Goku, and we see how big. There's a little bit of a contrast to see how big Moro is. Yeesh, what's up with him? He's growing huge. His body is swelling in an attempt to contain the angel power that's now coursing through his veins. Sure, makes sense. Godly power like that is nothing to sneeze at. And then we see the fight going on. Goku kicking him in the guts. Now he's a massive target now, so it's even easier for Goku to hit him. And I would assume that Moro became a lot slower now. Moro, remember what happened to your man Sagambo? You're making the same mistake. I only mastered this technique after honing my body to its standard. It's not something you can wield just because you feel like it. Abandon Mirror's abilities, or be destroyed by them. How laughable that you believe I have limits. Surely you recall how many planets I've consumed. How much life force. Everyone has a limit, and this is yours. Silence! Screams Moro. It's obvious that Goku is on a completely other level than Moro at this point, and Moro is getting quite frustrated at that, because it seems like he is also noticing that Goku is not really taking this fight seriously, because he's not really fighting back, and if he is, Moro is not able to do anything about it. So here we see Moro trying to grab Goku, which is actually a really cool shot actually. We see how huge Moro is with his ugly design actually, with his one horn being completely massive. And we see Goku kicking Moro in the face, landing him straight into the ground. Body. I require a body that can endure this power. Good Goku. Good going, Goku. It was touch and go for a second. And we seems a little bit or a little bit concerned. Goku, if you intend to defeat Moro, kill him in this instant. Backing him into a corner past this point is unwise. And Goku listens and says, okay. So he goes back down to Earth, and he seems to stand next to the fallen Moro. Say goodbye, Moro. And right when he's about to finish him, of course, this is obvious, right? We see it's something like Moro is shoving his arm into the planet to not just fuse, not just take its power, but actually fuse with the planet itself. Goku is shocked because he sees the ground under him moving. What are you up to now? And then we see the gruesome mummy face of Moro sticking out of the earth. It seems like he is one with the planet now, firing a massive beam at Goku. And we see Krillin, Beerus, Whis, and Jocko on the side. Now it seems like Goku has blocked the attack, or dodged or blocked the attack. But how? I have become one with this planet of yours. Behold, I've done away with my limits. Is this seriously happening? So it's come to this. What do you mean? in order to withstand angel power. He's made the Earth into his own body, which means that your planet now shares Moro's fate. Killing Moro will mean destroying the Earth itself. What? Says Goku. And beyond that, his swollen energy would detonate, possibly obliterating the entire galaxy. Haha, try me if you dare, Son Goku. And that's the end of the chapter. So basically the end of the chapter says that Moro is now a bomb that is fused with the planet because his own body could not withstand the power of mirrors. So, excuse me. So because mirrors could not, Moro could no longer take the power of mirrors with his own body, he fused with Earth, so his limits kind of fall away, right? He can now use the power that he have and use it all because the Earth is now his body, and like we says here, beyond that, his swollen energy will now detonate, because the energy is swollen and it will detonate at one point when it becomes too much, like a popping balloon has too much air in it, right? So if that happens, the entire planet blows. So Goku and friends need to find a way to stop Moro from like destroying the entire Earth, right? So they have to find a way to defuse him. So, did you like this chapter? Well, I really did. It has a lot of action, a lot of impact. It goes from Goku being really stupid by giving him a senzu bean to Goku being completely in the upper hand, with now everybody fearing and not knowing what to do next because Moro has set up his final plan or final attack or whatever you want to call it. So as always, subscribe to my channel if you like this video, like the video, thumbs up, ring the notification bell, and I see you all in the next one. Bye.